Yo, what is up guys? Scarface Mike here, and welcome to my Fire Kings deck. Now I'm a big fan of Fire Kings, so I decided to bring you my deck profile. I've been playing it a lot lately, over the last 2 weeks, and I've come up with this deck. It seems to be working pretty well, winning me a lot of games. But to be honest, Vikings is probably still a tier 2 deck. It's probably not a tier 1 deck, but it has the potential to beat some of the tier 1 decks. For instance, against Farfus, it seems to be really strong because, when Bear activates its effect, to destroy one of my Fire King monsters, it puts me on the front foot because it activates the effects of my Fire King monsters. So that's why it seems to be really strong against Farfus, and I seem to be beating Farfus just about every time. So moving on to the deck profile, let's get straight into it. First of all, I've got triple Garanix, Avatar Garanix. It's probably the best card in the deck and the most important card in the deck. This card will win you the most duels, and it's got a pretty crazy effect. When destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon this card from the graveyard. When you do, destroy all other monsters on the field, and also when it's destroyed by battle, you can special summon one of your, I think it has to be a Fire King's monster, or you can special summon, one Fire King monster, so you can special summon Yugioh or Barong. So it's a pretty strong card, and often wins me the games. And then moving on, you got triple Yaksha. So what Yaksha does is when it's destroyed by a card effect or by battle, you can destroy a card on your side of the field or in your hand. So what I would usually do is if Garanix is in my hand, I'll destroy Garanix, and then that will obviously activate the effect of Garanix, and then Garanix will be special summoned during the next standby phase. So that's how Yaksha is best used. And then moving on, you've got triple Barong. He is the search of the deck, so when he's destroyed by a card effect, you will be able to add one Fire King's monster or spell card from your deck to your hand. So he's the search of the deck. Then moving on, you've got triple Wolfbark. Now, Wolfbark is probably the best card used to XE summon my XE monsters. So when you normal summon Wolfbark, you would be able to special summon one of the either Yaksha or Barong from your graveyard in defense position. Its effects are negated, so that will help for the special summoning of the XE's rank 4 monsters. So that's how I best use Wolfbark. Then moving on, I've got two Fire Dogs. So Fire Dogs, main reason I have Fire Dogs is because of Rekindling. You get to special summon a Fire Dog from your graveyard, or he would be one of the monsters you can special summon because he's got with Rekindling you have to have 200 or less defense, and it has to be a fire monster. So that's the main reason I have Fire Dog. And then also Fire Dog's effect, when it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon either a Yugioh or Barong. So that's the main reason I have a Flameville Fire Dog. I feel that 2 is the best. I wouldn't have 3, maybe 1, but I definitely wouldn't have 3. And then I've just got the 1 Bear. Now I wouldn't have Bear in this deck, but the main reason I have it is because Tenki, it can take up a lot of space in your back row. So I'll use Bear to obviously destroy one of the Tenkis, and then I can either destroy one of my Fire King monsters, because that would activate its effect obviously, or I can destroy one of my opponent's monsters, whatever I feel is best. Then moving on, I got a really good card in this deck, and you must have 3 Circle of the Fire Kings in your deck. So that is it, triple Circle of the Fire Kings. You have to have it. I'll read out its effect. Target one fire monster you control and one fire monster in your graveyard. Destroy that monster you control, and if you do, special summon that other monster from your graveyard. So it's a quick play spell card, so you can use it during your battle phase, and that's best used during your battle phase when you target one of your Fire King's monsters after it is attacked, and then you can special summon another Fire King monster, or I think you can also special summon Flameville Fire Dog. But yes, you would do that, and then you can attack again. That also activates the effect of one of the Fire King monsters if you tribute or target one of the Fire King monsters, because he'd be sent to the graveyard by a card effect, and that obviously activates the effect. Then I've just got the double Rekindling. I feel that 3 is too much, but 1 is too little, so I've just got double, and it seems to be working best. Then triple Onslaught of the Fire Kings. Once again, really strong card, and I think you should have triple. Best used with Garanix. So if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon Garanix from your deck, and then it's destroyed during the end phase, so that obviously activates the effect of Garanix. So that's why Onslaught is so good, and why when you play with Fire Kings, going second isn't that bad, especially if you draw Onslaught of the Fire Kings in your first hand, because more than likely your opponent's going to put down a monster, and then you can use Onslaught of the Fire Kings. Then I got triple Tenki, obvious reasons. 1 Tenzu, I feel 1 is best, and then 1 Dark Hole, 1 Forbidden Lance. Then moving on to the trap cards, just got your regular trap cards pretty much. You got 1 Bottomless Trap Hole. then the one Horn of the Phantom Beast, I just have one of them, then one Torrential Tribute, one Dimensional Prison, and one Mirror Force. I could have gone with two Mirror Force and two Dimensional Prison, but I've decided to go with one of each, and then two Fetish Chains, one Solar Morning, one Generation Shift, once again, really good trap card in a Fire King's deck. And then this card, well, this card I haven't really used that much. It's called Chain Destruction, but I'm really just testing out to see how strong it is. I think for now, one is best, but what I'll use it with is Barong. And I haven't really used it, but this is what it does. When a monster with 2000 or less attack is summoned, target one of them, destroy all cards with that name in its controller's hand and deck. So this card could be pretty powerful with Barong, because when you normal summon Barong or special summon Barong, you get to destroy two other Barongs from your deck or your hand, and that will obviously activate the effect of Barong, and then you can add two Fire King monsters or spells to your hand, so from your deck to your hand. I wouldn't really use it with Yaksha, because the Yaksha you can only use the effect once per turn. So, but with Barong you can use two. You can use as many as you want. So obviously maximum is 3 because you only got 3, but you would be able to use 2 using Chain Destruction. So I haven't really used it yet, so I'm just testing it out. But we'll see how good it is, and if it's pretty good, I'll probably keep it in. Maybe move it up to 2, but I think 1 is best because I only really want to use it with Barong, and that pretty much means you can only use it once. But it's probably best used when you draw Barong and Chain Destruction on your first hand, and then you can just put down Chain Destruction and then use it on your next turn. Then moving on to the extra deck, I'll just go through it quickly. You got one Ouroboros, one number 39 Utopia, one number S39 Utopia 1. Only use this when I'm in a bit of a pickle, and it's a last ditch option, and if I'm definitely going to use, I'll use Utopia 1 to try and get an OTK, because it's really just a last resort. Then double Tiger King, just to search for 10 keys, and then one Photon Papa, one number 50 Black Ship of Corn, one Maystroke, one Evil Swarm Knight Belzebuth, or I think it's also called Extinction Knight, and then also one Steel Swarm Roach, one Diamond Dire Wolf, one De Sigma, one Gem Knight Pearl, one number 101 Silent Honors Arc Knight, one Gagaga Cowboy. Then moving on to the side deck, double Maxi, one Thunder King Rao, double Gozen Match, double DNA Surgery, and double Skill Drain. Skill Drain could also work really well on this deck. I've just got it in the side deck for now. But basically it negates the effects of all effect monsters on the field, but you still will be able to use the effects of Garanix or all your Fire King monsters, because their effects only activate in the graveyard. So Skill Drain can work really well in a Fire King's deck. Then two Black Horns, one Forbidden Lance, and then the triple MST. Now with the MST, if you want to play with this deck competitively, I recommend you have 2 MSTs in your main deck to start off with, or 3. Because competitively you pretty much have to have MST, and this deck, you don't have much, you got nothing that really destroys the back row or field spell cards, so I recommend you have 2 MSTs or 3 MSTs if you want to play competitively with this deck. But for now I'm just testing it out, and I've just got 3 MSTs in my side deck. Now other cards you can use, I'll just mention some other cards. There's obviously Blaster the Dragon Ruler. Blaster the Dragon Ruler, it can be used pretty well in this deck, but I find I don't really need it. And then there's one other one, Magician. I can't really remember off the top of my head. Okay, so here we go, guys. Here's the monster I was looking for, Flameville Magician. It's a tuner monster, and it's a spellcaster, and obviously fire as well, so you can use Rekindling to special summon. So if you want synchro monsters, or if you want to use synchro level 8 monsters, you can put Flameville Magician into this deck, but I don't really think I need it, so I didn't have it. So if you guys want to try that out, definitely go ahead. So this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, so definitely let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this deck and what I should add or remove, because I'm still pretty much testing it out, but I think it's pretty strong at the moment, so there may only be a few cards to remove or add. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a nice day.